Hi, I'm back at another chapter, and it is chapter 4. And let's read it. The next morning when I opened my eyes, it was still dark outside. I checked the clock on the wall. It was 4 a.m. Julie and Dad were still fast asleep. Dad was snoring really loudly. He sounded like a lawn mower. I squeezed my eyes shut and counted sheep. I breathed in and out really slowly. I even tried to read a book, but that didn't work at all. It was too dark to read without the light. I checked the clock again. It was only 4:10. Just 10 minutes had passed since I woke up. Dad had warned me about jet lag back when we were getting ready for our trip. He said that since Korea was on the other side of the world from Florida, it'd be nighttime here when it was day there. It had sounded cool when he told me about it, but now it didn't feel that cool at all. Then I got an idea. I softly shook Dad. Appa, can I use your tablet? I can't sleep. Dad woke up for a brief second. Huh? Sure, Mindy. Go ahead. And then he was fast asleep again. He was so lucky. I wished I could sleep too. I got Dad's iPad from the coffee table and snuck out to the patio. Dad's tablet showed the time for both Korea and Florida. Even though it was 4:12 a.m. here, in Florida, it was currently 3:12 p.m. No wonder I was wide awake. I slid the glass door closed behind me so I wouldn't wake up anyone, and then I video called Sally, my best friend. She picked up almost right away. Hello, she said. Is that you, Mindy? Why are you sitting in the dark? How's Korea? After a whole day in Korea, hearing just English felt a little weird, but seeing Sally's face cheered me up a lot. It's 4 a.m. here, I whispered, trying my best to keep my voice quiet. We're 13 whole hours ahead of you. Wow, cool. You're calling from the future, Sally exclaimed. How is it over there? I smiled. Korea is good. My grandma made a really good food, the best food I've ever eaten in my entire life. But I can't understand a lot of what's going on, and I miss you and Theodore. I must have sounded sad, but Sally frowned. Aw, when are you coming back? In 2 weeks. But I miss home already. That's kind of like how I was when my family went to Europe last summer. I was super lonely then too. And when we went to Spain and France, I couldn't understand what people were saying, so it got really confusing. But it was still a good trip. I bet you're gonna have lots of fun in Korea too. You're just not used to everything yet. Do you really think so? Yep, sends me a lot of pictures. I heard Korea is really pretty. Okay. I then told Sally all about my flight and how cool Korea was. I also told her about what my grandparents were like when they met Julie. Uh-oh, Sally said. You think they don't like her? I frowned. I don't know. they really like my mom, so maybe they still feel awkward about everything. I guess that's understandable, Sally said. Maybe they just need some time. After we hung up, I made the first post on my blog. Dad said I should write on the blog like I would talk to a friend, so I wrote like I was talking to Sally. Writing about my flight and my family made me feel a bit better. When I finished, I turned off Dad's tablet and got back under my blanket. Dad was still snoring, but he was facing the other way now, so it wasn't so bad. I closed my eyes and hoped Sally was right. Chapter 5. When I opened my eyes again, it was so bright outside. It's about time you woke up, Mindy, Dad said with a laugh. It's past noon. I looked out the window. The sun was high in the sky. I was alone in the living room floor. Everyone else was eating lunch at the dining room table. The smell of food made my mouth water. I didn't feel sick anymore, but I was hungry again. You woke up just in time for lunch, Grandma said. Come sit at the table, Minjung. I sat next to Dad. Kana, Ma, and Julie were at the table too, but my uncle and my cousins were nowhere in sight. Where's Kanapa? I asked, and Sora and Sungjin. Kanapa went to work, Dad explained, and your cousins are at school. In Korea, the school year is different from America's, so kids have a short break in the summer and a longer one in the winter. You should play with them after they are back. We are not really doing anything today since everyone still needs to rest. Okay, I said. Lunch was mulnaengmyeon, yummy cold noodles that were perfect on a hot summer day like today. Grandma made her naengmyeon all fancy with an egg, beef, and cucumbers. When Dad made naengmyeon, it was just the noodles and cucumbers. I told Grandma this, and everyone laughed. Dad blushed. I'm usually too tired after work to make it with all the ingredients, he explained. It's okay, Grandma said. Your dad works hard every day to take care of you. Yep, I agreed. Daddy's doing his best. He's a good dad. Dad smiled. Thanks, Mindy. After lunch, Grandma and Kun-amma went out to get groceries while Dad took an afternoon nap. I guess he was jet-lagged too. Julie, though, didn't sleep. Instead, she looked up stuff on her laptop with a frown on her face. I finished a new blog entry. This one was about how good my grandma's cooking was, and asked Julie, "Is everything okay?" She glanced up from the computer and smiled at me, but she still looked worried. Oh, hi, Mindy. Everything's fine. I'm just having a hard time deciding something. Can I help? I plopped down next to her on the sofa and peered closely at her computer screen. She was looking at different types of Korean food. Julie's face lit up. Actually, yes, she exclaimed. That's for asking, Mindy. I'm trying to decide what food to make your family. I feel bad that your grandma and aunt are doing all the cooking. I figured it'd be nice it would be a nice surprise if I made them food. Which of these is the yummiest? Which of these is the yummiest is one of my favorite questions in the universe. I looked at the Korean food Julie had up on her screen. Even though I was full from lunch, the pictures looked so good that I felt hungry again. I really like kimbap, I said. My mom used to make it all the time. Japchae is really good too. They are stir-fried glass noodles we had on Lunar New Year. Ooh, I remember them, Julie said. Okay, I think I'll try my hand at kimbap first. Your dad told me we're all going to Seoul tomorrow, but I can make it the day after. Seoul is the capital city of Korea. I'd only seen in Korean TV shows, so I was really excited to see it in my first real life for myself. Okay, I said. Good luck with the cooking. I really liked Julie, so I hoped my grandparents would like her too. Hopefully, the kimbap would help. My mom used to always say that the best way to people's hearts was their stomach. For the rest of the day, I read. Before we left on our trip, Dad had bought me a guidebook about Korea. It was really helpful, and I was learning so much about my culture. When my cousins came home from school, I felt shy. I wanted to play with them, but I had no idea what kids in Korea like to do. I only knew that my cousins liked dogs. In the end, I chickened out and played with Danby the Pomeranian instead. Dogs were so much easier to be friends with than people. Dad found me playing with Danby on the patio and frowned. Mindy, your cousins are back from school. Why don't you play with them? Why don't you go play with them in their room? I looked at the floor. Okay, I'll try. When I got there, though, I heard familiar video game sounds coming from the room. I'd recognize the ding-ding-dings and the happy music anywhere. It was Mario Kart. My friend from school liked playing Mario Kart too. We playing it all the time during my birthday parties. I opened the door and said, "Can I play too?" Sungjin looked up from the TV. He was racing as Yoshi while Sora was racing as Wario. "Sure," he said. "You can join in the next race." Sora and Sungjin entered the last lap, and I cheered for both of them. In the end, Sora won, beating Sungjin by 3 whole places. "Way to go!" I gave her a high five. "Thanks," she beamed. "I'll for sure win next time," Sungjin said. "Grab a controller and join, Minjung." Soon we were playing and laughing all afternoon. Even though I couldn't understand a lot of what they said, I had so much fun. And that was the end of the chapter, and we will be on the next one. Bye.